Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Ladies and gentlemen, Group 2 will explain our Contra material about legalizing same-gender. First of all, let me introduce my group. I am Fira Numnasari and my partner is Gina Alia, Evelina Surya, and Habib Al-Farisi. First of all, homosexuality is a sexual orientation that shows attraction to other people of the same sex or gender, or the other name is same-sex lovers. Early research cited mental disorders as the cause of a person becoming gay. This then creates discrimination and stigma against gays and lesbians in society against the legalization of LGBT.
Indonesia and several other countries stand firm by not being able to accept LGBT in their respective countries. This is because Indonesia is a state of law as stated in Article 1, Paragraph 3 of the 1945 Constitution. Does this reason mean that other countries have no laws? No. What distinguishes Indonesian law from the laws of other countries is that Indonesia has a legal basis, namely Pancasila. LGBT is contrary to Indonesian norms and values, especially the first Pancasila, namely Ketuhanan Yang Maha Esa. Precept 1 indirectly explains that the state of Indonesia is a religious country, and in general, any religion does not allow the practice of LGBT. LGBT not only destroys the nation's moral and violates existing laws in Indonesia, but also cause a drastic decline in the Indonesia population and even extinction.
In terms of health, LGBT can cause several diseases, including 1. LGBT people are 60 times more likely to be infected with HIV/AIDS, and the easiest way to transmit it is through the rectum. 2. There is another disease caused by LGBT that is no less dangerous, namely Kaposi sarcoma. What's that? Kaposi sarcoma is a cancer that causes small pieces of abnormal tissue to grow under the skin, along the mouth, nose, and throat, or in other organs of the body. 3. Hepatitis B can also be caused by same-sex relationships. The virus that attacks the liver is also transmitted through blood and sexual fluids when someone has sex with the same sex. If it continues, the hepatitis B virus will destroy the liver, causing liver failure, coma, and even death. 4. Gonorrhea. Although treatment is available in health facilities, repeated infection of this disease can damage the male reproductive tract, cause infection of the testicles, and in some cases, infertility and even death.
And several studies have found that gays, lesbians, and bisexuals have a higher tendency to suffer from mental illness, such as depression, than heterosexuals. The main cause is suspected to be discrimination from the surrounding environment, feeling unwelcome, insecure, and mistreated. This greatly affects a person's mental health, as many as 40% of the LGBT people think seriously about attempting suicide, and as many as 40% bisexual men are more likely to have a depressive disorder. Drug, cigarette, alcohol abuse is also on the rise among of the LGBT people. For cause of cigarette and addiction alone, homosexual men who smoke heavily, at least one pack of cigarette a day, were found to be as 19% compared to a heterosexual man who were 13%. Meanwhile, for the use of illegal drugs, LGBT people are 9 times more likely to use injection drugs, cocaine, and marijuana than heterosexuals. If done continuously, of course, it will disturb body functions such as hypertension, heart problems, and mental disorders.
So, the conclusion is LGBT action have more bad effect than good ones, both in terms of health, mental, and development of a country.
That's all from us. Thank you for your attention. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.